Hey guys, I'm Bree and I am a heroin addict, fentanyl addict. Any substance that I can put into my body, I will put into my body. And I just wanted to make this video to go ahead and talk about emotional sobriety, why we do it, why heroin addicts, meth addicts can't stop using, why they hurt people, why they hurt themselves, just exactly why they do the things they do. I want to talk about how we feel. Me personally, and a lot of drug addicts feel that they have been a drug addict since they were born. Not because they did drugs, but because of the way they felt. I felt like I didn't belong. I felt I was so antisocial. I just did not feel like I had a purpose in life since I was a little girl, since I could remember. I hated life. I hated myself. I had no self-love. I didn't know my purpose, and I didn't know why I was here. I didn't understand. I didn't get it. Oh my God, there's more people. I'm sorry. I moved spots because, anxiety. So, like I was saying, I didn't fit in anywhere. Any friend group, family, work, school. I did not feel like I fit in. I tried my hardest, and what I would love to do is try to make me how people wanted me, if that makes sense. Like, when I would go to a friend group and I felt like I was supposed to act a certain way, I would act a certain way. When I would go to my family, I would try to act a specific way for them to like me, just to be liked. That's all I wanted, to be liked. But I couldn't, and I did, but it was hard. I always felt alone. Always, no matter what I was doing, I just did not feel like anyone ever loved me. And no matter how big of a crowd I was in with friends or whatever, I felt alone, and it sucked. And of course, that brings you to depression, or brought me to depression and anxiety, major anxiety. And that led to me, smoking weed, drinking. I feel like that's what everyone does for the first time. And then I ended up getting prescribed anxiety medication, which was Xanax, just because I couldn't handle it anymore. I was freaking out. And that led me doing street Xanax, more drugs, trying new drugs. I got curious. I wanted to experience every drug, because every time I experienced a new drug, I got some sort of relief. I felt like I could breathe again. I felt like I could just live life, and I felt like I had a purpose when I was doing the drugs, because I didn't feel like me. I didn't want to feel like me. I wanted to feel, oh my God. What the fuck? Like I was saying, I didn't want to feel like me. I just wanted to be happy, and drugs made me happy, because they took all my pain away, my emotional and mental pain away. It was such a relief doing them, and I finally, like I said, I felt happy. I didn't need to worry about anything. I didn't need to worry about what someone thought about me, and if they liked me or not, or if I was doing good at this or not. I felt okay. I felt like I was unstoppable, and I felt like I can actually live life, and I felt motivated, and I wanted to wake up in the morning. And of course, that goes downhill really quickly when you try new drugs and you start doing dope. Your depression gets 10 times worse. It goes downhill so freaking quickly. It's just misery at that point. Just freaking misery. And at that point, you want to stop. You really do, no matter what. Like, you want to stop. You don't want to be getting high anymore, because it's the depression, the anxiety is worse than ever. Like, I've never experienced that much depression and anxiety in my life, including, withdrawals and everything. And the mental obsession, which I'll get into that. But it's hard. It's really hard when people say, just stop. Why don't you just stop? You're hurting people. You're stealing. You're cheating. You're a liar. You're a manipulator. I don't want to be those things. I truly deep down don't want to be those things, and no other drug addict does. Like, why would we want to hurt other people, hurt ourselves? You know, like, a lot of people sell their bodies for drugs, for money. Why would we want to do that? We don't actually want to do that. We didn't just wake up in the morning and we're like, I'm gonna be a fucking drug addict. I'm gonna go do some heroin, and I'm gonna hurt people and hurt others and do all these things to get me in trouble, to get me in jail or prison. Why would someone want to do that? Like, why would we actually truly want to do it? It's not us, it's the drug. Completely the drug. And like, I wanted to stop more than anything. It's hard, including physical withdrawals. It's really hard to get past them. They're the most brutal pain ever, and I wouldn't wish them on my worst enemy, because they're ruthless. And regarding the mental obsession and the phenomenon of craving, it's easy to get sober. It's easy to freaking get sober. Get Suboxone, detox, whatever, go to detox, go to rehab, boom, you're sober. But staying sober is extremely freaking hard. It is the hardest thing ever. The emotional and mental pain that you're going through, it's difficult. Like, you've numbed your body for so long, you've numbed your emotions, everything that has been going on with you, everything that you've done to someone, everything you've done to yourself, you've numbed it. Like, you didn't feel anything, because whenever you hurt someone, you would do more drugs to not feel that pain and to not feel bad, because then you'd be crying like crazy. And so getting sober, you have to deal with those emotions. To stay sober, you have to learn how to cope with emotions and deal with life, and literally learn how to live life again. And that's why it's hard to stay sober, because it drives you crazy. Like, it makes you so depressed. The first 3 months I was sober, this time, I just felt like I couldn't do it. I wanted to get high every day. I felt so depressed and so sad about the things I did. Like, all I was doing was playing back memories of everything I did, and I just felt so hurt within myself that I would do that. But that's why we have the 12-step program to help you get through that and to learn how to live life again, which deals with, resentments that you've ever had, amends, making those amends, everyone you've hurt, which helps you get that relief again. You get that breath, that fresh of breath air again. And it's amazing. You get a spiritual experience. And that's why I recommend the program so much. But it's crazy hard. And the mental obsession, I don't want to get high. Trust me, I do not want to get high. I don't want to ever do dope again in my life. But a part of me in back of my head wants to get high, and my brain is just telling me, get high, get high, get high. You need to get high, get high. You know you want it. You know you fucking want it. But I don't. And it fucking sucks, dude. It sucks. And of course, there's another person right there, and I'm gonna go fucking crazy. It's your dad. If you're struggling with addiction, depression, anxiety, absolutely anything, you don't even have to be an addict. Like, please reach out. Please seek help. It's not worth going through that and digging yourself in a deeper hole of depression and just making everything worse, because that depression can lead to drug addiction, because all you want to do is be happy. So please, like, it won't hurt to reach out. And if you're a drug addict and you need help, please also seek help. Like, it's worth it. I promise you. It's hard. It's freaking hard, but it just takes time getting sober. I know how bad the mental obsession is. I know how bad the craving is. I know how bad the withdrawals are. But just, it's making me so sad seeing people, more and more people falling into drug addiction. Like, I'm going into AA meetings now, and I'm seeing more people that I've known before my addiction. And it makes me sad. It makes me happy that they're getting help, but it makes me sad that more people that I know are falling into it. And I don't want it to get extremely bad and just be worse. It's an epidemic, dude. Like, it's a freaking epidemic. It's everywhere, and everyone's falling into it, and it's scaring me. And so just please, man, please seek help. I love you all. I hope you all have a beautiful day.